Hello, I'm Suzanne Buchanan, Executive Director of Autism New Jersey. Well, I always knew I wanted to go into a helping profession, so I was a psychology major at Rutgers, and one day I saw a sign in the psychology department to work with a child with autism, and I thought that was intriguing. I wanted to learn more, and that family changed my life because they showed me how much every child with autism needs to learn and how hard they have to work to achieve that, and I wanted to be part of their success. When I began my career, it was as a clinician working with children with autism directly, and my career has taken a few twists and turns, and now I'm the executive director of an autism nonprofit where we provide information for families through a helpline and a website, and we do conferences throughout the state, and we work with state officials on changing public policies for the autism community. So working with families, of course, was very rewarding, but it's also equally rewarding to change service delivery systems so that they can better meet the needs of the entire community. One of my role models growing up, of course, was my mom. She's just an amazing caregiver. She's so attentive. She just listens to everything you have to say and just makes you feel so good about whatever situation you're going through. So I try to carry that in my work with my coworkers and with my families, just to give people that positive energy and that attentive ear. One of my mentors now is Dr. Mary Jane Weiss. She was my supervisor many years ago, and she remains a good friend today. She just from day one believed in me and gave me the supervision I needed to believe that I could do things that I didn't think that I could do. She's the one who told me there's just certain times you need to be brave. And I've carried that with me through many different life situations. And it's a little bit of advice, but it really goes a long way. One of the things I'm most proud of is how at Autism New Jersey, we take what we hear from families on the helpline and we try to translate that into systems change for the entire community. So one example is parents, for years and years, parents were calling our helpline saying that they couldn't get their insurance coverage for the treatment of autism. The insurance companies weren't covering the treatment of autism. And so from that information, we went to legislators and other state officials and talked about the importance of insurance coverage for the treatment of autism. Long story short, there was an autism insurance mandate passed or signed into law in 2009 that went into effect in 2010. And since that time, we've been educating families about how to access reimbursement for essential services. And we've also held a stakeholder work group with the insurance carriers to try to facilitate the implementation of the law to make sure that families can really access those benefits and the children can get the services they need. I think it's really important to teach young girls and women how to solve problems and how to solve problems with compassion and kindness for everyone involved. Those are really general, it's a very general answer and it's a very general skill, but I think when there's conflict, people are very emotional and feelings can be hurt and the whole process can break down. But if we teach girls and women how to stay calm and how to stay kind through conflict and really take a problem-solving approach, then we can all accomplish a lot more. I'd like to see more support for working mothers, especially when their children are little and they may still be nursing. So we need more support in the workplace for nursing mothers, and we need higher quality childcare options so that women who want to stay in the workforce can. And of course, we need more dialogue and connection between all types of mothers, whether they're working at home, working out of the home, and just being a stronger community that supports each other. All right, well, this probably isn't the answer you're looking for, but sometimes to relax, I actually do more work because It is relaxing to me to know that important projects are getting done and then I don't have them on my mind while I'm actually trying to relax. But then I also enjoy reading, spending time with family and friends. I used to make dresses for my niece, and so since having my own children, I haven't had time for that, of course, but someday I'll get back to that. I would suggest to people that they try to identify the problems that they want to solve or help address, and then learn as much about that field as possible, and to connect with mentors, because they're going to increase your learning curve tenfold, and they can provide you with advice along the way. So I would say take a problem-solving approach and connect with as many people as you can. When I was growing up, my dream job was to be a teacher, until I took a psychology class in high school, and then I realized more specifically that's what I wanted to do. So I'm pretty much living the dream.